Hi, this is Reza with Profiletraders, and you're watching and listening to my technical analysis regarding EURUSD. So what we are noticing in the big picture after a very brutal drop, which of course coincided with the very aggressive devaluation of the currency by the European Federal Reserve, we have finally found some floor at this low here, which is at 1.04738, and now it has been March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and now going into October, that we have not yet come to challenge that low. The more this low holds, and the more this is shaping up as being a possibility of bottoming. Bottoming means that price stabilizes, and while it is consolidating down here, big money is accumulating. And how do we know that they are accumulating? We know that because the bottom trend line is up. And if this was under distribution, it would be like in this case here. Obviously the trend line would be down. But it is yet to decide if it is going to come down for a retest of 1.04738 one more time, or is it going to finally break through 1.18? And if that's the case, we should see a start of the retracement of this very brutal leg down. However, in the big picture, the fundamentals for the euro are near catastrophe. We have a Federal Reserve or a European Central Bank that is still aggressively easing in a very late stage of a supposed recovery, indicating that what they have done so far has not created the kind of impact they were expecting, and therefore they're continuing to ease. The positive part of it is that with all these easing announcements, we are still holding this bottom without any kind of a massacre yet. If we do exit to the downside of this trend line, we are going to come down for another retest of this low, and if this low breaks, it could literally be apocalyptic for the euro. So they have a lot of problems in hands. The economy, quantitative easing, money devaluation, massive new immigration problems from the refugees, etc. But it is holding fine. Now the next move, I believe, the next significant move is when the Federal Reserve of the United States will be forced or not forced to hike the rates. Once that will happen and the interest rate differential between what you can earn on the dollar versus what you can earn on the euro narrows down, then we have to see what kind of a positive impact it may have on the dollar, and therefore negative for the euro. And if it wants to really go against everybody's expectation that if the Fed jack the rates, euro will rally, instead it will create a complete opposite reaction and surprise everybody. That is also a possibility, because sometimes the market can get vicious. So that's where we stand, and thank you for listening. And this was Reza with Profiletraders.